Hello everybody, my name is Zen and welcome back to our 101 series of guides for Heroes of the Storm. In this guide we will be discussing objectives and mercenary camps, and when to utilize or forfeit both game mechanics. Let's start with objectives. Each map has its own unique objective, such as the temples on Sky Temple or the shrines on Dragonshire. The objective is usually based on the theme of the map and is the primary way of winning the game. Doing an objective can help you come back from being behind or help you extend your lead over the other team. From a design perspective, objectives are there to create a point of conflict between the two teams. This means that in Heroes of the Storm, there's a lot more regular team fights than in most other games within the genre. It also means that on most battlegrounds, there will be no real laning phase, since most objectives happen frequently. Objectives will also progress the game forward, meaning your average game will be roughly 15 minutes. If an objective appears, it's important for your entire team to go to it together and keep the enemy team from getting it, with exceptions of course. The main exception would be if you are at a severe disadvantage, such as being level 8 or 9 while the enemy team is level 10 and has their heroic abilities. In that scenario, it's often better to avoid fighting altogether and just soak experience from the lanes until you are also level 10. Another more advantageous scenario would be if you are quite far ahead and you've recently killed the entire enemy team. It would then be better just to send 1 or 2 people to the objective and have the rest of the team take mercenary camps and push their base. There's also specific situations where denying your enemy from getting an objective can be as powerful as getting it yourself. Just try not to get yourself killed in the process. It's important to mention that you will see some heroes that won't really be at most objectives, such as the Lost Vikings. A Lost Vikings player will often leave 2 of the 3 characters that they control in separate lanes, soaking experience, while the enemy team is getting none at that point since they are usually at the objective. This gives your team a massive advantage in experience and will help you win future objectives with ease. We will discuss specific map objectives and strategies involved with them when we get to our Battlegrounds guide later in this guide series. For now, let's move on to Mercenaries. There are currently 3 types of mercenaries in the game: Siege, Bruiser, and Bosses. Defeating and capturing a mercenary camp will cause it to fight on your team and attack the enemy base. Siege camps are a group of 2 mobs that can attack bases from a distance as they move throughout a lane, and can easily kill off a few buildings on their own if you don't deal with them. Bruiser camps are a group of 4 mobs, 3 melee and 1 ranged. They are tough to kill and will aid your minions in making a pretty big push, even if unassisted. Finally, boss camps are very dangerous and will do massive damage to a base. It's best to kill them as quickly as possible if one is captured by the enemy team. If you wish to capture a boss camp, you'll have to stay out of its abilities and try not to die while fighting it. You'll also need to watch out for the enemy team. If they haven't seen you guys on the map for some time, they may assume that you're at the boss and will try to kill you and steal it. Many games have been lost by the winning team for trying to be too greedy and get a boss when they shouldn't have. Siege camps have a 3-minute respawn time after capturing, Bruisers have a 4-minute, and Bosses have a 5-minute respawn time. While the camp itself will display the time left for respawn, it's important to get into the habit of looking up at the game timer and taking note of when it will respawn. For example, if you capture a siege camp at exactly 5 minutes into the game, then you can expect it to respawn at 8 minutes in. Getting a feel for respawn times will really help you increase your win rate, even if you are just reminding other people on your team when to go get it again. There are plenty of heroes that can capture mercenary camps on their own, but there are just as many that can't. Don't be afraid to ask for help from teammates that are nearby. There's also heroes with the bribe ability. If they take bribe, they will be able to instantly defeat individual creatures in siege or bruiser camps, which lets them capture it extremely quickly. This can be used to great effect when you are trying to steal an enemy's mercenary camp before they can react to it. It can often do a lot of damage if they don't even notice it for some time. We will discuss optimal times to capture mercenary camps on specific battlegrounds when we get to the Battlegrounds guides. However, the general rule of thumb is that mercenary camps become exponentially more powerful if the enemy team can't immediately deal with them. so capturing it right before an objective spawns will make them extremely effective since the enemy will be busy during that time. That summarizes objectives and mercenary camps, but if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. With that being said, we shall see you guys next time.